Hello everyone, welcome to Move Medicine. I'm Katie. I'm going to be doing a quick flow today. It's only about 15 minutes at an intermediate level. We're just going to begin cross-legged on the mat. Roll the shoulders up and back, maybe close the eyes. Maybe you're doing this in the middle of the day and you've had a rough morning and you just need to kind of refocus your mind. Just push everything out of your mind for just this 15 minutes. And as you're sitting here breathing with your eyes closed, just push all the thoughts out of your head that are negative, that don't serve you, that you don't need anymore. And we're going to place the right hand next to you and sweep the left arm up and over, a big long stretch, maybe just staying on the fingertips. You can also come down to your elbow here if you wish. If you need a little deeper stretch, just try to keep your sit bones on the floor. Don't let your torso tip you over. Now let's sweep to the other side. Again, you decide how deep you want to go. Now we're going to sweep it back and forth again, coming back to the other side, breathing in and out. And clasp your hands behind your back and tilt forward as much as you can. Don't try to force it. We're just getting started. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling when you come back. And place that right hand on your left knee and do a gentle twist, looking over your shoulder. And then sweep it to your right, doing the same thing. We're going to place both hands on the floor next to you and just make our way into downward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back, let the head hang. If your heels don't touch the floor, that's perfectly fine. You can do any movement that you wish here, bending the knees back and forth. Now we're going to make our way into a standing forward fold. Now you can leave the fingertips on the floor. You can place them on your shins here. We're going to inhale the head up and exhale back down. Inhale and exhale. Just continuing the wave, inhale and exhale. Sweep the arms up overhead, exhale down in front to prayer, inhale, arms back up, exhale all the way down to forward fold, inhale the head back up, exhale back down and step it back into a plank and go through your flow. And then folding back into downward facing dog again. Inhale and exhale here. Once again, we're going to look at our hands and step the right foot forward into warrior one, sweeping the arms up overhead. Inhale, tucking the tailbone, adjust if you need to, and exhale here. Hands back down to the earth, step it back, go through your flow. Chaturanga, up dog, cobra, your choice, back into downward facing dog. Stepping that left foot forward, sweeping the arms back up. Exhale here. And bring the hands back to the floor, stepping back into plank, come into chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and back into downward facing dog. And continue to breathe here. And step it forward into a forward fold, sweeping the arms up into a Tadasana. And exhale, hands into prayer in front. Hold just for a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. We're going to step it back into pyramid pose, only going about halfway back on the mat. You can place your hands on your hips and fold forward, maybe letting a little bend in the knee in the right leg, going only as far as you can. You can adjust the feet if you need to. We're going to come into a twisted triangle here. So placing the left hand on either your shin or the floor. You can come to fingertips if you need to and sweep the right arm up towards the ceiling. And coming back down into pyramid for a second, and then stepping that back foot forward and switching sides. So in pyramid, you're just bringing the foot about halfway back, not a full mat length. And again, just breathe here, either your hands on your hips or on the floor, your choice. Then coming into that triangle twist, just placing the right fingertips on the floor, or your palm if you wish. You can also place it on your shin if it's too much. Make sure the hips stay level. And then step it forward into a forward fold for just a second and sweep the arms up. And again, sweep the arms up and coming back into the forward fold. Inhale, chest forward. Step it back into a plank and chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Again, you can modify. Bringing your chest completely on the ground. Place the fingertips on the floor next to you and then do a wave up and down in this cobra pose. And place the hands back beside you and push up onto your knees and back into downward facing dog. And just breathe here, kind of resetting. And walk your hands towards your feet. We're going to come into a hippie pose. So we're going to squat down and place your elbows within your knees. You can rock back and forth, lifting the heel off the floor, and then stretch your left arm towards the ceiling and your right hand towards the floor, and switch sides, getting a little twist in your hippie squat. Really feeling this in the hips, just going back and forth. And place the hands on the floor, coming into a forward fold, kind of walk the feet to be hip width, big toe hold, inhale forward and exhale down. And you can just do a regular forward fold if you wish. And swaying from side to side if that feels good. Inhale forward, exhale back down, then bring the feet together. We're going to actually cross them over, right foot over the left, and you're going to bend that right knee and try to straighten the left leg as much as you can, and just stay in the forward fold here. Just a little deeper stretch. Then uncross, cross back to the other side. Just breathing steadily here. And slowly walk it forward, uncross the legs. And we're going to come into a dolphin pose. Onto the elbows, and letting the forehead rest on the floor. And stretching those legs out. Inhale and exhale. Just trying to let go of everything that's in your head. And come to all fours. I'm going to be doing a bird dog, stretching that right leg out, pointing the toe, and stretching the left hand forward in front of you. And then if you wish, you can bend that right leg and then stretch the left hand back and try to grab that right foot and press it into the left hand so you get an even better stretch. Place your leg and your hand back on the floor, and we're going to switch sides. Stretching forward, pointing the toe, and then sweeping that hand back if you can. Bend the leg and press into that palm. And place your hand back down on the floor. Find your way into downward facing dog again. So looking at your hands, we're going to be coming into a low lunge. I'm going to step to the side since there's a cat on my mat. Sweep that right leg up into the air into three-legged dog. Step that right foot forward into low lunge. Lift the torso up and press the hands into the knee. And push the hips forward, but keeping the hips square to the front. And then stretching back into a half split, flex the foot in front of you. You lift your torso up and then exhale down into a forward fold. Inhale and exhale here. Come back into that low lunge and back into a half split, just moving back and forth here. Place the hands back onto the knee, into your low lunge for just a second. And then make your way back into that three-legged dog. And then regular downward facing dog. Switch sides, lifting the left foot up, placing it in between your hands, helping it up if you need to. Place your hands on your knee and push forward. Just making sure that knee doesn't come past your toes. Adjust if you need to. And then again, coming into that half split, flexing the foot and coming to your fingertips, coming down into that forward fold for just a second. Maybe lifting up the chest and coming back down, adding a bit of movement if that feels good. And then we're going to be coming into that low lunge and back into a half split, just that little flow here. Bringing your hands back down to the floor, sweep that left leg up, down into downward facing dog, and just kind of pedal out the feet. Okay, and we're going to look forward at the hands and come through into a seated position. Coming to your knees first and then sweeping the legs to the side. We're going to come into a boat pose. You can leave the feet on the floor, toes pointed towards the earth, or you can come about halfway. If you need a little bit more, you can straighten those legs completely out. And then we're going to slowly roll down to the earth and just come into Shavasana, letting your feet flop out to the side. Let your arms fall beside you, palms up. Just focus back on your breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Just letting your body completely relax. Now you can stay here as long as you need to, but if you need to go, you can start wiggling your toes and fingers and slowly making your way back up to a seated position, coming to your side first and then lifting up your torso. And just take stock of how you feel now. Hopefully you have a little bit less stress on your shoulders. Hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and don't forget to like this video. You guys have a wonderful day.